morning. Good morning. What a beautiful San Francisco day to start the year with. And boy, are we going to start the year here at Macworld today. We've got 2 Macworlds worth of stuff for you today. So I'm going to talk a little faster and try not to keep you here too long. Also, I wanted to let you know, as you know, we stream our keynotes, MPEG-4 streams. This will be the largest MPEG-4 streaming event ever. We already have over 50,000 streams at up to 250 kilobits per second each. We have over 130 countries streaming this event live, including a stream going into the Vatican. So, with a little help from our friends, everything will work today. So let's get started. First, I've got next. Let's talk about the digital hub. We live with these amazing digital devices. We live in an incredible time in history now. It's an inflection point where so much of our lives is going digital. All our music is going digital. All of photography is going digital. Digital cameras were the #1 or 2 selling consumer electronics device this holiday season. I bet 90% of you now own a digital camera out there. It's exploding. Almost all camcorders now are digital video. And the digital video disc is the most explosive consumer electronics device ever in history. And so these devices now are a part of our life. And we announced our digital hub strategy 2 years ago here. And we have delivered. We've delivered iPhoto for digital photography, iTunes for digital music, iMovie for digital movie making, and iDVD for making your own custom DVDs that play in almost any consumer DVD player. A lot of other people have talked the talk, but no one else has delivered the solutions, and we have. Now, we're in a very unique position because only Apple has created all 4 of the key digital lifestyle applications. No one else has done it. And we've learned something super important. We've learned that you want to use your music in the slideshows of your digital photographs in iPhoto. You want to use your music in your movies, the soundtracks, and you want to use your music for menus in iDVD. We found that you want to use your digital photographs in your movies. It's wonderful to bring in digital still photography in your movies, and you're going to see a quantum leap in that today. And there's nothing better to send a bunch of digital photographs to somebody than a DVD. You can put thousands of digital photographs on a DVD with iDVD, and it's wonderful to watch them on a television. And of course, we want to share our movies with iDVD. So if you look at this, there's a tremendous interaction between these applications that no one's ever really discovered because nobody's had all of them yet. Well, we discovered it. We discovered it over a year ago. And yet, we wrote these applications individually, and they were not fully integrated. And over the last 18 months, we have written all new versions of these applications that are totally integrated. We are going to do, for the digital lifestyle applications, what Microsoft Office did for productivity. So let's take a look at them one by one. iTunes. We've distributed 18 million copies of iTunes. It helped us win a Grammy, the only computer company ever to do so. It powers the iPod. And we introduced iTunes 3 last summer. Its major feature was smart playlists, but I can tell you now there were some hidden features in iTunes 3 that are just going to spring to life today as you see how well it integrates with the rest of the apps. So iTunes 3 was the first of our new generation of apps, but we couldn't talk about that until now. So iTunes 3. Next up is iPhoto. iPhoto is the digital equivalent of this. It allows you to super easily get the photos off your camera and safely store them, organize them, and share them in some amazing ways. iPhoto's been out 12 months. We introduced it here a year ago, and in those 12 months, we've distributed over 6 million copies of iPhoto. Today, we're introducing iPhoto 2. iPhoto 2 has some really cool features in it. Number one, it's integrated with iTunes. So right from iPhoto, you can see your entire iTunes music library and playlists and grab songs. Second of all, if you're less than a perfect photographer, you're going to love this. One-click enhance to fix less than perfect pictures. That works amazingly well. Third, a retouch brush that I'll show you in a minute. And fourth, the ability to archive your photo albums and library to CDs and DVDs. So let me show you how this works. Let me launch iPhoto 2. The first thing I want to show you is there's no share button anymore. We've taken the keywords and we've put them in their own window so that we can put all the amazing ways to share your photographs right under Organize, where it's even more convenient. Now, let me go ahead. I'm going to pick an album, Maui Vacation, and I'm going to pick the slideshow, and I can display my photos in random order and repeat it and all that stuff. But here's music. I've got my entire iTunes music library right here. And I can see any playlist I want to just by selecting it, or the whole library. And I have searching, just like I have in iTunes. So I want to find a Hawaiian song that has H-E-N-E in it. There we go. This one right here, and I'll play the slideshow. Now, let's say I want to make a slideshow on a DVD with iDVD. You know how that worked before. I'd have to drag the photos over, maybe make a stop on the desktop. Let me show you how easy that is now. I want my Maui Vacation album as a slideshow. I just push an iDVD button. iDVD 3 launches, which we'll talk about in a minute. And we're going to see the slides automatically transfer over. I'm going to go in. It builds a menu, Maui Vacation, for my slideshow. There they are. It's building the thumbnails right now, and here's all my slides, and I've got 53 of them right there. That's how easy it is to transfer photos to iDVD for slideshows. All right. Now I want to show you one-click enhance. I've got some photos here that need a little enhancing. They're good photos. They're just not great photos. So I'm going to pick one. We'll go into Edit right here. And again, a good photo. Here's one button, Enhance. I'll push it. Look what it does to the photo. This is not... Let me show you another one. Let's go to the next one. Again, this is a good photo, but not a perfect photo. Let's see what one-click enhance does to it. A little bit better. Now, this is an interesting one. Consumer digital cameras never get the white balance right. So this snow looks like a little animal had visited it before we got there. And one-click enhance doesn't just fiddle with the contrast or brightness. It looks at a whole variety of factors, like white balance, to make your pictures as good as they can be. So let's see what one-click enhance does to this. See? See how much better that is? And one last one, you know, a travel photograph. It's overcast. This is like what a lot of us take with our digital cameras, isn't it? Let's see what one-click enhance does with that. Simple. So, one-click enhance, it's really, really smart. Again, you can see some, you know, befores and afters like this. I mean, look at that. You know? It's pretty impressive. Now I want to show you the retouch brush. I've got 3 photographs here, and I'll go ahead and take a look at this one. Let's zoom in on this one. You can see that this kid here was trying to be Harry Potter and got himself a pretty good scratch here. So we're going to take our retouch brush and watch what we can do. And we don't have to pick any palette of colors or anything like that. This is very, very smart in what it does. And again, you know, look at that. It's very subtle. It preserves the underlying color and texture. It's way better than anything that we know that's been done before. Here's another one. This little guy. Look at this little guy. You know, he got wiped out right here. So let's go ahead and clean that up. You know, and we can, while we're at it, we can just go ahead and Take a few of his freckles off. So again, take a look at before and after. You know? Now, this last one I want to show you, look at this. This is a wonderful photograph were it not for that piece of hair on the face, right? That's too bad. Well, let's go see what we can do about that with the retouch brush. Again, because we're preserving the color and the texture underneath, look at what we can do. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. So, that, ladies and gentlemen, is iPhoto 2. A brief overview. We've got full integration into the iTunes music library, every song, every playlist, real-time searching. We've got one-click enhance, which is going to be a lifesaver for those of us that aren't professional photographers. We've got the retouch brush for hair, for lens dirt, for you name it, for freckles. And we can archive our whole library or albums or any number of photographs we want easily to CDs and DVDs for safety and to share with others because it preserves all the meta information about the albums. So that is iPhoto 2. Next up, iMovie. We have distributed over 12 million copies of iMovie, and today we are going to introduce iMovie 3. iMovie 3 is great. It's fully integrated with your digital photography from iPhoto, with your audio from iTunes, and with iDVD. In addition, we've added the most requested feature in iMovie, which is chapters, which will automatically get picked up by iDVD, as we'll see in a minute. And we've added something wonderful. Now that we have access to digital photography from iPhoto, you know, it's wonderful to import digital photographs into your movies. But who does the best job of that in the world? Have you ever seen any Ken Burns documentary? He gets more mileage out of still photographs than anyone in the world because he had to. You're documenting the Civil War, they didn't have movies. So he gets tremendous value out of still photographs, and he invented a variety of techniques to do so. We have implemented something we call the Ken Burns effect. And we got Ken out and showed it to him, and he blessed it. He loved it. So we're going to call it the Ken Burns effect, which I'll show you in a minute. And another requested feature, precise audio editing, so you can now edit within clips. So let me go ahead and show you iMovie 3. First of all, we have a new user interface. It no longer takes over the whole screen. It is a window. You can make it larger or smaller. We've got a movie in here, and let me just go ahead and play the movie here a little bit. So down here we've redone the whole timeline, so it's even nicer. And let me go add a soundtrack to that movie. This, again, is iTunes, and I have all my playlists right here. But I'm going to add a song. I'm going to add a song with snow, and it's an old Dean Martin song. There we go, Let It Snow. And I'm just going to drag it right down in here. Boom. Puts it in there, and I'll just drag it to the beginning of the movie. And let's just go ahead and play that movie from the beginning. Really wonderful. Well, first thing I want to do is, you saw that little special effect there. In addition to having our iTunes library, we've added some sound effects from Skywalker Sound. This is George Lucas's sound company, by 7-time Academy Award winner Gary Rydstrom, who does all the Star Wars sound effects. He also does all the Pixar's. He's wonderful, and we've got a bunch of them in here that are really fun. You know. So you get the idea. All that's built into iMovie 3 as well. And we have precise audio editing, too. So again, I can zoom my timeline up here. I can just pick a clip like this one here. This is all of my photos from my iPhoto library. I'm going to go into an album called Snow Day, and I'm going to pick this first photograph. Now, to use the Ken Burns effect, you take your starting point right here, and you can zoom in on it to any degree you want. You pick your starting point. I know this is a little small, but hopefully you can see it. You pick your starting point right here, and then you pick your finish point. And I'm going to pick a finish point of right here. And then you pick your duration, and you get this. And that's how simple it is. Okay, a whole new way to use digital photography in movies. Thank you, Ken Burns. Lastly, you know, we've got a whole bunch of new titles, and we've got a whole bunch of new transitions and effects, but I don't have time to show you that. Lastly, I just want to show you chapter markers. So I'm going to pick a point in this clip right here at the beginning of the clip, and all I have to do is say add marker, and it adds a marker and lets me label it, and I've now added a chapter marker. And it's that easy to add chapter markers. You can remove them, whatever you'd like. Now, before, when you wanted to get your movie from iMovie to iDVD, you had to do this thing called exporting out of iMovie, right? This wasn't fun. It took a long time. Let me show you how easy it is to take your movies from iMovie to iDVD now. All you do is in the iDVD pane, push Create iDVD Project. iDVD 3 is going to launch. It's going to transfer the movie over there instantly. Okay, so that is iMovie 3, or at least as much as I have time to show you. So iMovie 3, complete rewrite, independent app, doesn't take over the entire screen, fully integrated with iPhoto, iTunes, and iDVD, the Ken Burns effect. This thing is going to be wonderful. And precise audio editing, another one of our most requested features. And chapters, easy to set chapter marks, automatic integration with iDVD, transfer your movie over instantly, and iDVD picks up the chapter marks and automatically builds a scene selection menu. That is iMovie 3. Now, iDVD. We've distributed 680,000 copies of iDVD. We've been on iDVD 2, but today we're announcing iDVD 3. Its main features, as you might guess, it is fully integrated with iTunes, iPhoto, and iMovie to get all of your media. We have 24 new amazing themes, professionally created themes that blow your mind. The scene selection, automatic scene selection I just told you about, let me show you iDVD 3. So, let me go ahead and I'm going to put this away and just start anew here. So we'll just bring it up again. And I'm going to drag a few. And I'll just drag them in here. And boom, these are my movies now. And I think what I'll do is I'll drag one of them into this drop zone. And this is one of our new themes. It's called Theater. Changes it and puts film strips in it, puts a soundtrack on it. Turn it up, please. There we go. And we'll put another movie in here. Let's see, this one's fun, the skiing movie here. It makes it look like you're living in 1953. Okay. Here's another one called Gen Y. Picture. Notice this. It's putting your movie in the window with color, but it's taking your same movie, blowing it up, blurring it, making it black and white, and putting it in the background. Isn't that incredible? Look at this. Isn't that incredible? Now, I'll show you another one that's really remarkable. I'm going to put a soundtrack on this one, too. Look at this one. Yeah. I'm going to go find Louis Armstrong. It's a Wonderful World. There we go. This is for sport. Isn't that wonderful? This is why we do what we do. So here's another one. This is a sports one that's really fun. You know, I was having fun with this one. I'm going to put in a movie, a rowing movie that we have here, somebody Apple made. And so here's a rowing movie. I just want to show you the difference that audio makes. I was playing around with this the other day, and I was putting a few different songs on it, and I'll just put this one on. You can make this stuff. You can send DVDs. You can send DVDs to your friends and families and colleagues. We've got a bunch of pro themes, too, that will blow their minds, that are better than what they can get out of Hollywood. And you can do it right on your Mac. So that is iDVD3. It's fully integrated with iTunes and iPhoto and iMovie. Some amazing new themes like nothing you've ever seen before, a level of production value that our industry just never sees. And it's getting cheaper than ever to make your own DVDs. We're lowering the price of the blank discs now to $3 a piece. That's a 5-pack for $14.99. And these will go even lower. I predict that within 24 months, these will hit $1 a piece. The same way that CD-R discs went down in price and became so popular. The same thing has happened here. This is iDVD3. We are so far ahead of anybody, it's not funny in this. So, the Digital Hub. Announced 2 years ago, we have rolled out all the applications to make it real. We started with individual apps, but today we're bringing it all together. And we're going to give a name to this integrated suite. We're going to call it iLife. iMovie, iTunes, iMovie, iDVD, iLife. It's for our new digital lifestyle, and it all works together. So iLife is going to be available on January 25th. Saturday, January 25th. And it's going to be bundled with all new Macs. But in addition to that, you're going to be able to get a free download of iTunes, which you can today, the same iTunes that's there now. You're also going to be able to get a free download of iPhoto 2, and you're going to be able to get a free download of iMovie 3. However, we've never provided free downloads of iDVD. Why? Because it's so big. These themes are very, very large. iDVD3 is hundreds of megabytes. And so we're going to have to sell that one. And rather than sell it alone, we're going to take all of the iApps and put them in a box and sell them together, because some people on narrowband do not even want to download iPhoto, iTunes, and iMovie. They prefer to actually pay something and buy it in a store. So we're going to bring that box to the store. So you can get them one of two ways. Download iTunes, iMovie, and iPhoto for free,